when fall comes, sometimes we got to sneak up to find our predators that's preying on our crops. Let's see what we got there. I think I found one. Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. Today we're going to look at one of those underground critters that causes all kinds of trouble. And it is the gopher. Oh, if just let go, they get worse and worse and worse. You have these mounds comes up all over the place. And of course, Gigi here will dig some up, but she has a hard time keeping up with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to trap these rascals. It's an easy process, and if you don't want to see any animals harmed, well, you might want to turn this video off now, because I definitely am going to harm some, and Gigi's going to take them and she's going to eat them. Now the first thing we're going to do is we have to dig these up. Now as you can see, it looks like a hole here and the dirt is all fanned that way. Now normally I would suspect that they're coming from this direction here, and that seems to be the case with this one. Now this is going to make a little mess of your yard. Of course, that's the only way you're going to find them. Now these rascals are bad about packing their hold off, and this hole normally runs back to a main line. And sometimes their main hole is deep. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of look down in here, and there's a hole right here on this side, and there's another one here. This runs down to the main line. If you just dug it out part way and set the trap here, chances are you won't catch them. They'll keep pushing it out. But when you set it this way, chances are you're going to catch them. Now what we're going to use is one of the most common traps. And I got a bucket full of them here. Now if you're going to do this, the first thing I recommend doing is putting a chain on your trap, because when something gets it, it could drag it into the hole, and then you're going to have to dig it out. Or you could have a friendly dog here that wants to clean the traps for you, so whenever she sees it catch one, she pulls it up and eats it out of the trap. But anyway, what we're going to do, we just kind of clean a little dirt out of the hole so we can see the hole good there. And this is kind of a standard trap that you'll see, and it's pretty easy to set. You just flip this piece this way, push down on your trap to where this catches up underneath here, and then you hold it down and you push this over these tabs. What happens is you push this in the hole when the gopher comes to close it, because especially today it's kind of cool, it's going to take and this trap is going to catch it. So we push it right up in there a little bit. We're going to get another trap here, and we're going to set it. And as we're pushing this in now, we're holding on this plate so it won't unset the trap. And then, now I like these tent spikes are good, or you can get these big spikes from one of your stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, something like that. Big giant nail. call it a spike. And then we're just going to drive this in the ground. We've got our little loops on the end of our chain. We're going to slide this through. Now she knows that gopher's down in there. She's ready for it to come get it. So, but anyway, we're going to put this in. I got a rubber mallet. I'm just going to drive this down. And that way, if she goes to clean the trap, or say another animal comes up at night, I've set these traps in this hole, and we'll go find another one and I'll show you how to set these traps. Okay, we're going to do another one here. We've got another. Now, these are always best to do in the fall now. And if you're going to do them in the spring, you better get them quick in the spring. Because what happens is once these start breeding, then you've got a whole lot more to deal with. Now we're going to show setting this trap one more time. We're going to, like say, we push down and we set this thing underneath here, so it's there, and then we put this here, we hold on to it, and we push it into the hole, and we kind of push it down solid against the bottom. That way they're less likely to push it out. And we're going to do this one the same way. Just a matter of tilting that piece down, getting it tucked underneath there, bringing this around, and shoving it in this hole. Now a lot of times they'll push around the traps, and I know I cut that other video off somehow just a little bit, so figured I'd show you again. And now Gigi's watching that other hole close, so it'd take a while. If those gophers here, you walking on the ground, a lot of times they won't come up to it, and they can hear those dogs. That's why normally when they're hunting them, they kind of stalk them, and they'll watch and try to get them when they're kicking dirt out of the hole. And the cat's the same way. They catch them occasionally. They'll catch a mole occasionally. Now I can catch a mole with these style traps if I find where its run goes and where it goes down to where it's solid ground. But trying to set one of these in a mole run up on top, it just won't work. They've got a different type of traps, and I haven't found any that's really good for catching moles. So what we're going to do is we're going to let these here for a little while, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to go set some more, but then we'll come back and see how they've done. She's definitely watching over there. That's where we set the first one. We have to take a look and see. She's going to figure it won't be long till it catch one, but she gets kind of impatient. Normally, when I go to hunt gophers, I don't dig. I dig the fresh mounds. This has got rained on, so it's, you can see where it's got droplets. So it's not really the freshest mound, but there's quite a few right here in this area. You can see there's quite a few from that and over there, and all these right here. And these are down by the fig tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this one. Now they tend to want to come out more when they're right after it rains. That's now let's see if you can see that, but there's a big cavity right there inside of there. Let's see if we can readjust and get you in there a little bit closer. But anyway, we've got this big cavity, and a lot of times it's harder to catch them when you have these big cavities like this, because it's easier for them to push dirt around the trap. Now, I've got a different style of trap here, and I'm going to try to show you how to set it. You might find it. Now we pick up them, if we see them at the garage sale or something, we'll pick them up, because it's a lot cheaper. A lot of times people sell them because they're not successful with them, or possibly we'll use two styles, but this one here is a little bit different. You can see it doesn't have the little curved piece that goes underneath here. What it's got is a single pin, and when they push on this, it releases it. This pushes down, and then you push it forward, and that little pin just barely catches underneath here. And what that's going to do is it'll make it kind of sensitive, so whenever they do come in and try to push around it, maybe you might just catch it. You can't ever tell. Now, here's another style of trap. Let me get it out of here. This style of trap here, as you can see, it has a pin right here, and it's got a little hook right there. What we do is we raise this up and we push this down, and to me it's a little bit harder to set because the way that it's got to be pushed down. But what we're going to do is push this down and catch this tab right over the end of there, and then this rod here goes in the hole, and we're going to set it in the other side, and we'll see how this works to catch this one. But anyway, all the rest is the same. Drive it, put your chain on a thing and stick it in. Now I use these, I have these fiberglass rods. I've had them for quite a few years. They're kind of faded. They were brighter yellow, but they work real good. And I put them by where I put my pin in the ground, especially in spring when your grass is growing. You don't want to end up running over your stuff, get your chain all tore up, and tear up your traps and stuff if you happen to miss one. So that makes it easy for that. And now we'll just, I'll take this out of here. And so we got our pole there, and of course we got our girl here following us around. She keeps going back to others. I have to tell her to leave them alone, because she comes down here a lot and she'll dig just a little bit. She's not really got to where she hangs in there a lot of times. But anyway, we'll let this go and we'll see what we catch. And we're down here at our lower garden spot, and you can see we got damage going on down here. Got a good stand of ryegrass as our green manure crop, and you can see where it's piled up here. What this is where an ant, some leaf miner ants were, and they were hauling all this in for their winter storage. Now I just got to pick out which one of these all look pretty fresh, so I'm just going to get one here close to the line, and we'll see if we can't catch this rascal. All right, a couple hours later, looks like we got a sprung trap here. No, 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 no. No, no, Gigi, no. Okay, get it. That's the hardest thing about catching gophers around here, is keeping the dog from getting them before you get them out of the trap. But anyway, that's one. Normally, that's all you're going to catch at one hole. So, what I'll do is check some more. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Maybe give you a little more information for whenever you decide you need to rid yourself of all those gophers. It's easy to let them take over, and they can destroy orchards or just your garden crops, stuff like that. And I really don't want to have to kill them. That's kind of my thing, but it's all part of the process. But anyway, if you want to see more of my videos, just hit that subscribe, hit the bell button, and give it a big thumbs up. Enjoy your garden.